No matter where you are on planet Earth, no matter from which culture the people come who surround you, it is important to live well together. It is important to hold together. This is a film answering the question why living and holding together seems so hard. This is a film about prejudices. We made a road trip through South England, went all the way from London to Land's End and back. On this trip we have seen a lot of things. But this is not what this film is about. So let's go back to the first stop we had. It was right here, near Bath. This is Mrs. Pooley. I asked her 2 questions. What comes into your mind when you think of Germany?
Germany's come a long way since the Second World War. It has achieved great milestones. It has almost reinvented industry to an accurate and superb degree. It has rebuilt its towns, its villages. Its educational standards are very, very high. It is a country whose politics have changed and today is a nation to be recognized throughout the world.
What do you think about English food?
English food has also come a long way in the last 20 years. You've only got to watch the television programmes or the quantity of television programmes to realise that. Our food now rivals anywhere in Europe and especially in France. We have some of the best chefs in the world.
Okay, my opinion of English food. While I was in England, I've eaten delicious and terrible food. The most food was not the best, but also not terrible. But other cultures just have a different taste. As we came back to London, we stayed there for our last few days, and I asked myself a question. What even are prejudices and how do they arise? Prejudices are mostly based on a story, event or rumor and are affective feelings towards person or group member based solely on that person's group membership. It's an opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. So, with that in mind, we flew back. But was that really it? I wished I had interviewed at least a second person in England to get another opinion, but it did not surrender. By accident, and even a pretty dope story, which I will tell you in another video, I met Dan Mace online. Not this one. This one. As I said, a story for another video. So he agreed to help me with my film, and I asked him the same two questions. What do you think about English food? When it comes to English food, it's no better or worse than any other country. They all have great dishes, but also have a selection of food that would horrify any non-native. We have a roast dinner, which is like a plateful of heaven, but we also have things like peas pudding, which is awful. What comes into your mind when you think of Germany? When it comes to Germany, I generally think of precision engineering and clinical attention to detail. But I also see a country of people losing their identity while trying to make up for the deeds of government nearly 100 years ago. A generation of people carrying the burden of blame for something that happened before they even existed. We keep being told, never forget, but that doesn't mean we can't move on from it. I thought these answers were great. If we compare these with the first interview, we see some differences, but that doesn't mean they are wrong. It's true that Germany has well built up itself. We often get remembered to what it was before, but as English food, Germany has changed too. So what have I learned from this journey? Prejudices are there to protect us. They are an instinct we can't turn off, but we can overthink them. And if we look a little bit closer, we might see a change.